Hello there, everyone. Welcome to another live stream. Give me one sec here. Alright, I'm going to remind everyone to please leave a like because this is going to be demonetized because of the music, so I would appreciate that. Thank you. That would help with the algorithm. Alright. Hello, hello. Dude, why does my phone YouTube mobile app like constantly just breaking? It's just sitting there on YouTube on the mobile app and it just breaks. The chat disappears or pauses or whatever. Ooh, I am not ready for the stream. Okay. Discord. Let's move Discord. Ooh, hold on. Trying not to show Discord in case it's something sensitive. Oh, and that's the stream. All right, let's open up the Google Drives. I got the documents here and go over some stuff that I've added recently. It's been about 2 weeks since the last stream because I was sick, really sick last week. But I have been working quite a bit here and there. Let me take my medicine real quick because I'm like 99% there. It's just I can't get over this stuffiness. I've got really stuffed sinuses and phlegm. I'm trying to get rid of it. But showering really helps a lot, actually, because I can, excuse me, I can expel all that gunk. Also, since I'm drinking a LaCroix, you're gonna hear a lot of burps, probably. All right, yeah, and because I was sick, I had to work off stream on a few things. And then Schedule 1 came out, and honestly, like, learning that game is made by one developer, really, you know, it's making me want to kind of nail everything, the entire design of the game, make it right the first time, so that I can spend less time making the game and more time making the game after. Well, okay, let me rephrase that. So I spend less time making the game before it comes out, but then spend more time after it comes out, because I would love for this to be something I continue to work on. So I want to release a product as soon as possible, maybe ideally by the fall, enter early access, have a solid slice of the game playable, and then start working on post early access release content. So let's jump all the way down to releases. Wherever that is. Here it is. So I updated this. So we still have our early access release, which is our MVP. So I gotta clear my throat. Hold on, let me mute myself. Oh, that brought me up here. What is this? What happened? I pressed F7 and it brought me to the top there. Alright, so this has changed a little bit. I think I did change it a little bit and showed it last time, 2 weeks ago. So for, oh, maybe not. Maybe, no, I think this was different. Yeah, so this is the first time I'm showing this. For early access release, I want one level done. I just want one level, and I want the core of all the gameplay done and released for early access. That way, I can get started on post-release content, which would be more locations and, you know, a couple additional features. So I want the tutorial level and then the first early game level, and then the story associated with the two locations. The tutorial level also gets a story as well. The full range of exploration based gameplay. So moving around, finding things, collecting things, inventory management, etc. And then of course vessels and story related vessels for the locations, because the story should be done by the time I get to early access for this one location. Any puzzles that come along with the location. So this is actually and also a change that I made recently. So because I'm bringing it down to just one level for early access, I want there to be some way to kind of reuse that level, but also change it up a little bit. So now I have difficulties, and those are like different periods of the night. So like dusk is early night, midnight is obviously around midnight, and witching hour is late at night leading into the early morning. So it's 3 hours of the night essentially. You're not actually playing for 3 hours, obviously. There's going to be a time limit, but it's going to reflect as 3 hours. You search for that 3 hour period. The difficulty ramps up, but it's not by much. And there are going to be some noticeable changes to the level. So maybe one door is unlocked in one difficulty setting, but in the next one it is locked, and you have to find the key for it or something. And that's going to play along with the whole like mysterious, spiritual energy that's kind of flowing throughout the world. It also affects the physical world. Obviously it affects the vessels, and it's also leaving behind anomalies. It's also physically affecting the world. So it's kind of, because game in a way, but it's part of the difficulty, I guess. So yeah, I want there to be noticeable differences when you're playing each of the difficulties. And I imagine the things that will probably, I don't know exactly how it'll be more difficult, because there's no enemies and there's no combat, but I can increase anomalies, like the number of anomalies. I can increase the puzzles. Sanity can be affected more greatly the later you are out at night, etc. I want sanity implemented, which is decreased whenever interacting with vessels. Well, whenever you take them. And then also consumables will be in the game so that you can increase your sanity. But it's just going to be the basic consumables. It's not going to be like anything too crazy. Anomalies, which are they're kind of inspired by Stalker. Basically like the anomalies of Stalker, but more designed to, alter the gameplay of the level, blocking your path, disabling your electronics, causing hallucinations, those sort of things. And then there will eventually be consumables to kind of work around these, but that's not going to be available on launch. I did push some things to post launch, of course. There's going to be paying your bills. You've got it's part of the story for the character for why they're vessel hunting, so I'm not going to explain where the debt comes from, but you have to pay loan essentially. You also have to pay for your therapy, which is your spiritual cleansing, and you have to do that in between each of your vessel hunts. Any travel expenses, so gas, airplane ticket, whatever, but that's the flights won't be until later in the game. And then everyday expenses, which is kind of static, so it'll be cut up week by week. Essentially, you'll have your weekly expenses, and you have to pay for it all. Spiritual cleansing, so there'll be a basic version of this. This is what it should be called. For now, this will just be like a button on a menu to cleanse yourself. Ooh, Jesus. But later on, post-release, there's going to be the black market, which is where you're going to go see NPCs and talk to them about various things, buy and sell. You're going to find your spiritual counselor, and then you'll do the cleansing there. And there's going to be a story component to that as well later on. More revolving around the player character's personal story, what they're going through. So this will eventually get replaced with the proper NPC at the black market. Why is this here? Oh, I thought that said black market. No, basic market. Okay, I'm losing my mind here. Location selection. So early on, the game... Did I have the hub thing? No, I didn't. That's later. Yeah, okay. So early access release is just going to be a bunch of menus. There's not going to be any like hub level or anything like that. You're just going to have menus that you're going to go through. Eventually there will be a hub menu or a hub level here, which is your apartment, where you can go around and access, you know, location selection or pay your bills or check your emails and stuff like that. But yeah, this will eventually get replaced with the hub level, so that you can do everything. You can actually move around and stuff like that. And then the basic market, which is where you're just buying and selling the basic stuff. There's not going to be any like buying special items, potions, buying, you know, hard to get ingredients. It's just buying and selling buying the basic stuff, like the basic consumables and crafting materials. Actually, oh shoot. If there is gonna be crafting materials in early access, there has to be crafting. So I'm gonna have to bump up crafting. Let's bump up crafting for consumables then. That way you can buy the crafting materials for them, or you can find the materials. Okay. There we go. Crafting consumables will get bumped up to early access launch. So post early access would be, I think, just one more level. So there'd be 2. And then the story with that level. So I guess this needs to be up here as well. Because that's what the workbench is for. Okay, so yeah. Early access launch will be crafting consumables and workbench for crafting. Post early access will be workbench, associated upgrades. Okay. So yeah, at the workbench you'll be able to craft things and also upgrade things. Hello, Bill Clicker. No Clank today. I'm sorry. We're not doing that on game dev streams, as I've said it many times. I'm sorry. Okay, there we go. So post launch will be the upgrades for the workbench. You'll have your apartment hub level, and then oh, okay, I see. So let me change this. So you can sort. Hold on. For inventory sorting. Workbench. Oh, hold on. Yeah, like I said, a lot of the early access release will be menus. That'll get replaced with like the workbench, the computer, your cell phone, etc. Inventory sorting, crafting, upgrading, location selection, etc. There's probably more, but yeah, that's fine. So yeah, you'll have your hub level, which is where you'll do basically everything outside of exploration, and the black market as well, I guess. Regular market, so that'll be basically the same thing as this basic market, but this, I think it's gonna be multiple markets. You're gonna have to go around and find what each market sells and buys and stuff like that. That's just the basic stuff. So like food items that you can consume to raise your sanity, crafting materials, ingredients, batteries, fuel, etc. And then the black market, which is where you're going to find a lot of specialized vendors. You're going to find your spiritual counselor. That's where you do your spiritual cleansing, and that's where you're going to get your player upgrades. So there's 3 different kinds of upgrades. There's consumable upgrades, which would count for you know, crafted consumables that you can make, that you can take to, you know, provide benefits, or the potions, but the potions are going to be elsewhere. So that, yeah, there's two different tiers to the crafted consumable upgrades. The player upgrades are with the spiritual counselor. The kit upgrades are like your backpack, your tool belt, so that you can carry more equipment. Your equipment upgrades. So there are special equipment, and then there's the standard equipment. So hold on. Regular equipment upgrades. So the workbench at home will do the basics, the basic upgrades. The more advanced upgrades have to be done at the black market. So yeah, this is the black market worksmith will do the special equipment and then the kit upgrades. Am I missing one? Oh yeah, I'm missing black market. I'll think of better names for this, but like what do you call a person that makes potions? Brewer? Let's just call him that. Offering potion brewing and potion upgrades. There we go. That's what was missing. So that's under consumable, but it's a higher tier. You have to do it at the special vendor, essentially. And then there's going to be a series of black market vendors that will all offer different things. And also, there might be a few additional things besides what I have here. But one thing I want to include is they will offer special tips if you provide a specific item to them. So say you find a special watch. It's not a vessel, or maybe it is a vessel even. It could be that. It could be either or. A watch that's made of gold, and they want that specifically, you could give it to them, and they will give you that special tip. Kind of like, almost like a lore entry, but it also has beneficial information for the gameplay. Almost like, Jesus. Alchemist, that's a better word. Alchemist, thank you. Well, I'll keep it as that for now. Isn't alchemy like the study of trying to, like, historically? Isn't it like people trying to make gold out of other crap? Pretty sure that's what alchemy is. Historically. I'll find something better. But I'll keep that in mind, alchemists. There. Yeah, say they request a golden watch of some kind. Then you turn that in and they give you that special tip. And then each of these characters will also have their own story that they kind of reveal as you visit them. So you buy something from them, they say something about themselves. I don't know. I'll figure out what I'll do with that. Crafting potions. And this should be in the black market, technically. Crafting potions and craftable equipment. Well, that's right here. Craftable potions. Offering special equipment. For sale. So offering special equipment for sale. And special equipment and kit upgrades. There we go. So we can get rid of this. Oh, wait, hold on. Not for sale, sorry. Special equipment crafting. They craft it for you. You have to bring the materials. There we go. Okay. And also, I think early on, there won't be blueprints, like, for early access. Once, I've got, like, the black market in and everything, blueprints will be required to craft everything. That's craftable. Except for, like, the basic stuff. The very basic stuff won't need to be won't need a blueprint. Well, actually, I could always just, like, enable the blueprint for everyone. Post early access. This is where we add more locations. This is where we're going to add the player story component and also the overarching story for the whole game. Further expand on the cleansing, like, therapy session, essentially. Not only is it going to cleanse you spiritually, but it's also your opportunity to talk to the person, because they're there for that reason. They're a counselor, essentially. And then, yeah, more locations and mid to late game locations, so kind of expanding the game even further. And by mid and late game, I mean, like, locations that require you to go across the world. So the game, you start off in Europe, vaguely Europe. That's why I'm selecting asset packs that fit the theme. So we're in Europe, we're in the EU, so you don't have to, I think for most, I think it's all EU countries, you don't need to, like, do border checks or anything like that, from what I remember. I'm not sure if every EU country is like that. So, you know, you're kind of free to go all across Europe and do vessel hunts everywhere without being impeded by the law. Once you have to cross into international borders, say you need to go to the US at the museum level, I think there is a museum pack that I might end up using. You have to bring a special equipment that allows you to conceal your vessels, and then you can go across into other countries, essentially. That way you don't lose your vessels. Otherwise, well, you will get arrested, obviously, but, like, that's not going to be part of the game. It's just going to be like a game over type thing where you lose all of the vessels you were going to bring, and then you return home. But you will need that special item, that equipment item, to bring all of your vessels over to Europe, back home, essentially. So these late game locations will require plane tickets, so they're going to be more expensive, so that's why it's late game. Alright, also, apparently the post-Soviet village pack that I'm using for the first level has been renamed to Slavic Village. So that's what it is now. I can't imagine why it's called Slavic Village now and not post-Soviet. Makes you wonder. And I have added a few asset packs here and there. Nothing new down here, really. I think I might have gone through and added some more stuff here and there. Oh yeah, new characters. So let's add Black Market, Brewer, Alchemist, a special of potion brewing, and there. So we have the player character, we have the player character's friend, who will introduce them to the idea of vessel hunting in their desperate attempt to try to pay off their debt. It's going to be kind of like the player character's last resort. So that's why they're doing it. And it's very lucrative, but also risky. So there's a reason why many people don't do it, because it is dangerous. But because the player character, you know, they have this massive debt they need to pay off, they have to do it. It's their only choice. And this will also be kind of like the player character's assistant throughout the game. You know, they'll email you tips and tricks, tell you about new locations, and then they might even get involved in the main story later on. The counselor, you know, they offer spiritual cleansing, and and player upgrades as well. I think that was it, right? Yeah. The worksmith, they offer special equipment crafting. Oops. Special equipment kit, special equipment and kit upgrades. I might have to add another one, but we'll see. So they offer, oops, not that. The brewer / alchemist offers potion brewing and potion upgrades. Black market vendors is the regular vendors. They buy and sell all the other stuff. And then they'll give you special tips in exchange for specific items. Let's see. We're still vaguely European. I did add this location section, so we got each location needs to be explored at night. That's already known. We have the new difficulties. We have dusk, which is 8 to 11, midnight, which is 11 to 2, and witching hour, which is 2 to 5. Those are like increasing difficulties. Each time frame alters the world slightly, offers unique challenges, and it contains its own pieces of the story. Oh, I forgot about that part. So you need to play each location at each difficulty. That's how you complete the story of the location. You have to play dusk, midnight, and witching hour, and each one will have different pieces to the puzzle that is the story there. Once you solve it, then you can go back and complete it, essentially. I think what I want to do with this is kind of create a puzzle through narrative notes or entries or whatever. You get them from the vessel, the special vessels, the ones that are part of the story. Each one gives you a piece of the story to the location and acts kind of like as a puzzle. And at the very end, when you're done, when you collected all the pieces, you go back and essentially complete you get the final vessel and you complete the story. So then you have like, I'll definitely have like a menu that you can explore all of the story entries and read the whole thing so that it's nice and cohesive. That's kind of what I want to do here. So now that's where the difficulties come in. You have to play through the more difficult settings in order to complete the whole thing. Yeah, there we go. I totally forgot about that part where each difficulty offers different pieces to the story. I don't think I've added anything else here. I'm gonna try to find some wood asset packs so that we have some like glowing wood, kind of similar to how like there's gonna be like glowing mushrooms and the crystals, which are they are produced from the energies flowing in the area. They're kind of like altered nature, essentially. I want some wood to also be kind of glowing, like it's special, it's been altered by the spiritual energy. And that will be used for more advanced crafting. I don't think anything else here is new. I think that's about it. Yeah. All right. Let's get right back into the game engine and show what I have worked on. Oh, I need to open this. Oh shit, cannot show that. That was close. That's for work. Okay. Put that over here. Look at that background picture. I'm hoping that Unreal 5.4 is behaving itself today, because Unreal 5.0 was not behaving itself earlier today. Oh. Is there a reason why you want me to log in to Epic Games Launcher? Okay. No, we're not doing that. Because we don't need to do that. We shouldn't. Okay. Let's go to the village. It's now called the Slavic Village. I'm going to remind everyone, please leave a like on the live stream, because this is going to be demonetized. I would greatly appreciate that. Thank you. All right. Why are you... Oh, I guess you're still visible here, but not in-game, right? No, okay. Cool. Whoops. Jesus. Scared me. So welcome to the village. It has been updated, but it's not quite there yet. I can't figure it out, so that's what we're doing today. Today, I want to try to get the lighting down and see if we can make this place look the way I want it to look. So the way I envision this village to looking is, it's like halfway between what's on screen now and Silent Hill, but it's dark. You can still see, but there's gonna be fog in the way. Halfway between here and Silent Hill. That's what I want. I'm trying to figure out how to get the fog to work. I'm worried that I might need to increase these settings, which I'm a little scared to do. If I click medium, it's going to take 5 years to load. Hold on, let me see. What are these? I've been wondering. Light mass. Oh, I think this is for lighting. Let's get rid of these. Yeah, this is for lighting. This was in the base village. Let's get rid of that. Also, from what I can tell, I can't build the light anymore. I've checked, and I don't think you can build the light depending on a specific setting. I don't know if I need to build the light in order to get this to look the way I want it to, but we'll see. Okay. Don't worry about the names for that. I'll figure that out myself. Okay, so I did eventually get this level saving so that it's now attached to my repo. I had to use a special way to do it. I had to actually do some minor bit of coding. It was kind of scary, but I got it down, figured it out. So now I could just push this whenever and it can be saved. Got rid of the old lighting sky box and everything. I tried to figure out how to get a moon up in the sky while also showing stars and clouds. I can't do it without like some special magic. I don't know. Although I don't think it's gonna matter because I kind of want like a Silent Hill light. Not light as in the lights, you know, on these posts or in the sky. Light, L-I-T-E. In between this and Silent Hill, essentially. I want it to be foggy, but dark, but still bright enough to see. The first thing I wanted to do was switch all of these to the correct lighting type. I did not realize this. I took the screenshot for the thumbnail for this stream, and these are not set to the correct type of light. These should all be... Oh, I guess this is like a lantern. Hold on. Oh god. Yeah, there we go. That's what I wanted. Yep. And they're all lined up still. Okay, good. They're supposed to be that one, but the lighting is still not quite right. Hold on. Oh yeah, here it is. Used spotlight. There we go. So I've thoroughly gutted the light blueprint that I started last stream, and redone the whole thing. So now we have, similar to how I have the doors set up. Oh god. What the fuck is it doing? Can we not do this, please? Can we not do this? So like, it'll establish all of the settings as I change it. And I think it should be in here, right? Set light. Yeah, there it is. So similar to how the door is set up, depending on this variable, it'll change how the light looks physically, the position of the light, because it, you know, it's got to be moved around a bit depending on the mesh, the asset. And then, you know, the intensity of the light, the angle, radius, etc. So now it's a lot more. It's a lot more how I set up the door and the cabinets. So I can set the lights to be just a regular point light. So this makes sense. This made sense for the lantern that I had a second ago, but this isn't a lantern. This is a spotlight. So now I can do the spotlight and the point light as well. So up here it's lit up. Makes sense. Although I need to figure out how to get the lights to not penetrate through objects, because as you can see here, actually, there's definitely got to be a setting for this. The light is penetrating through the structure. The light's in here, but it's penetrating through the walls of everything. So I need to figure out how to prevent that. So it's this back part of the pole right here behind this metal should be a shadow because of this light. All of this should be blocking light, but it's not. But this spotlight's perfect. Love it. Need to figure out fog, atmosphere, etc. I think this amount of nightlight is good, but it's the fog that I really want to figure out. Close that. So let's leave the lights on, because that'll help determine, like, you know, if I'm satisfied with the fog and everything. So we're going halfway between what we have now and Silent Hill. Let me get a reference photo for Silent Hill. Let me look at the Silent Hill remake. Images. Okay, so it's daytime in this. So yeah, this will be my reference photo. Okay. Yeah. So this, maybe not as much fog, maybe like slightly less thick fog, but it's nighttime. Essentially, that's what I'm looking for. Okay. So yeah, this lighting, level of light is good. I just want the fog. So there's exponential height fog. So I just need to figure out, like, what settings do I need in order for this to actually do anything. And as you can see in the distance on the horizon, you can see the change, right? But, like, that's in the distance. Ooh. Ooh, I kind of like that. Yeah, actually, hold on. There. Let's keep that like that. So we can still see the sky, but there's clearly fog, right? Okay, but again, where's the fog here? I think I set this up so that it's like, it encompasses the whole level, so that should be good. There should be clear fog, essentially. Let me turn this down. So that's the lighting from the fake sun that's up there, but I turned it, you know, it's obviously, it's behind the skybox. If I turn off the skybox, you can actually see, there it is. But I've turned the intensity so low, it kind of looks like a moon almost. But it's still shining through, obviously. So that's affecting the appearance of the landscape. So let's cut that in half. There's sky atmosphere, which I think is... How does this affect it? It's not really noticeable. Just put that back where it was. I don't. When I was following a video tutorial, like how to set up night lighting with fog and everything, and this just doesn't look quite right. And I lit it. So I used to do like, oh god, Jesus. I used to do look at it like this so that I can, you know, not claw my eyes out. This is lit. This is how it would look in game, but I'm afraid I might have to do this. That would be under. I don't know if that would be under post-processing or effects. I'm scared to hit medium. Okay. I didn't really have much of a difference. Make difference. Oh, okay. Okay. That, yeah, looks much better. Oh, you can see the fog now. Yeah, it is the performance. Look at that. You can actually see the fog a little bit. So let's keep it on. Sorry, 3070. You can handle it. I know you can do it. Just don't crash. Let me close Chrome. Okay, I think we're on Epic now. Wait, where did the thing go? Ah, shit. Okay, I don't know why that pins itself there. For this, I think we need to do this in Epic. Oh. So I'm just gonna keep scrolling through settings until something changes on screen. Yeah, but you can see it here a little bit. Oh, that's the sky fog, I guess. That might be under here then. Hold on. So if I disable the sky atmosphere. Huh. No. That is the exponential height fog. Okay. Now we've got that figured out. Well, now I gotta... We'll figure out the lighting level later. Hello, Elijah. Welcome. This is all stuff that I've never done before. I don't explore, like, lighting or making materials or doing animations because I hate that stuff. This is like a new science to me, essentially. I usually stick to gameplay and taking assets that have already been made and just doing whatever with it. And then some light UI work as well. Okay. I wonder if it's like... No? I'm gonna be annoyed if it's like multiple settings. Oh, that has an effect on that. Not sure what it is. So that's where it is. See the volumetric fog. Okay, so it's in here then. Oh, there we go. There we go. Maybe not too much. Maybe not too much. We don't want to overdo it here. Oh, the view distance. Keep it where it was. Start distance. So how about like... I wonder if I need to get like actual fog in here. I wonder if I could do it with the post-processing. Oh, it froze. Hold on. There we go. Ooh, it does that sometimes. Okay, this is Immediately better. Immediately better. Ooh. Yeah. You see the difference? That's insane. This is beautiful. for you know, beginner lighting and atmosphere, whatever you want to call that type of person. Level designer, I guess. They would all fall under level designer. I don't really do much level designing. I don't really, yeah. In any of the projects that I've worked on, never gotten to do any level design when I'm given a task. But I never gone in, built a level out, built the lighting, the skybox, the terrain, none of that. That's all. This is all brand new to me. So don't be surprised if I'm watching a video one of these days doing something I've never done before, like watching a tutorial on stream. I have actually had to look up some tutorials here. Ooh, okay. So how do we get... So I think this must be just so that there's this fog with the lighting. Like, this is just light, like, atmospheric fog. Okay, so let's try... Okay. Okay. So what is this gonna look like? Cut it in half. Can I make the... Oops, I didn't mean to do that. I don't think that's having an effect. Oh, the light color. I should probably change that. Is this not having an effect? Oh, I guess it is. What is that? Why is it like suddenly glowing there almost? Oh, there we go, there we go. It is affecting the ground. So it's darker. Let's do 0.25, 0.25, 0.25. Yes, there we go. Yeah, let's just keep lowering this. Oops. Let's leave it at like 0.4. Oh, okay. No, don't use temperature. Wonder if this would help at all. See, a lot of these settings really just don't appear to do anything. You gotta just kind of pan across and see if there's a visual change. That's why I'm kind of trying to figure this out on my own. I found a 5% potato in a house. Oh no. That sucks. Shadow amount. Let's just leave it. Let's leave it as is. What I'm trying to figure out. The darkness is good. This is good. Like if I go over here, pretty dark. Yeah. Let's figure out this fog situation. I kind of like it where it's not, because this brightness from the fog, because it's so high, it's actually helping you see. So I don't want that. I want there to be a little bit, so at least you can see the horizon, you can see the outline of the trees, but not too much. Let's do 0.9, 0.8, 0.7. Let's do 0.5. 0.5. Ooh. Okay. Now we just need to figure out, like, fog. Like, actual fog you can see everywhere. This is breathtaking, honestly. For an amateur doing this, honestly. Jesus. Oh, yeah. There's gonna be some frame hitches here and there. And I need to figure out this. How do I keep the light from penetrating through the walls? Dude, I want to... Oh, man, this is making me so excited. Okay. Second fog data. What is that? Oh. Oh, an additional fog, I guess. Oh. Oh, there it is. That's what I'm looking for right there. Okay. Let's turn these back to where they were. Can I just do this? Well, that took the fog away. That's a really low number. I don't know what that's doing, really. If it's doing quite what I want. Right. Something I learned very early on. No matter the engine, whatever engine you're in, sometimes when you're working with numbers, for some settings, the number needs to be really, really high or really, really low in order for it to do anything. So this might quite be 15,000 or 20,000, and that's exactly what I'm looking for. Maybe not this much. For performance sake, let's do it like 10,000. Dude, this is exactly what I was looking for right here. Where's that reference picture? I closed it, but here. Not far off, right? It's just this, but in darkness, essentially. This is exactly what I wanted for this level. So I could fine-tune this off-stream. That's what I'm gonna do. That's what I'll do. Now that I figured this fog situation out, I will fine-tune it off-stream. So now I'm curious, what does this look like in performance mode? Understandable. Actually, let's keep it in medium then, because that at least I could. No, I think it was high. Yeah, it was high. That's when I could start seeing the fog a little bit here and there. Yeah, let's keep it like that. So what's the difference here? Not much. Okay, so let me keep it on high, unfortunately. When I oh Jesus, when I just need to put stuff around, like, you know, put assets down, containers, etc., I'll work in this. That way I don't have to destroy my computer. But this is when I'm working on like the actual lighting. I'll be looking at it like this. I hate it when it does this. When it opens like this folder, it's full of all the assets in the level. So it's this. Okay. Hold on, where was it again? Okay. So then I will turn the light up a little bit. Let's go back to 1. There. 1.5. Maybe I'll put this back to where it was. Ooh, that's kind of creepy. Hold on. I want to at least be able to make out that there's trees in the distance. Okay, so 15,000 looks like the magic number. And thanks to that fog, it does scatter the light a little bit. This is what I was looking for. Man, this is gonna be a nightmare to, like, actually, you know, optimize, because that's something I've never done before. Fine-tune everything and make sure it works. Oh, and then there's figuring out if this shit works on other platforms. I only have access to the one computer. Well, I have access to my brother's as well. That'll be a headache for later. Okay. I don't know how developers do it. I don't know how you release a PC game and it works for most people. I don't understand. Okay. Let's continue working, but on something else. So I've been doing this off stream. I just kind of started it because I wanted to get a head start on it. And I'm curious what this is going to look like in here. So I'm still working on the appearance of this thing that I'm making. Let me open up the blueprint. Let me turn on, or turn off, close the light, close the door. And then I think that's it. So, you might have noticed those boxes on the bottom. Those are your equipment slots. The icon will obviously change eventually. So I can, like, switch between them. This is supposed to be a torch. As you can see, it doesn't have that much of an effect. I gotta figure out the actual light source on it. So it's printing out the condition, like the percentage of its use, and then there's that bar right there. I will figure out, you know, the placement of the bar. Ooh. Inspected object reference. What? That's not right. I don't even think I left clicked there at all, so I don't know what it's complaining about. Cause that would be from left clicking. What did I do there? Try to replicate it. Huh. Need to replicate that somehow. I don't even know what it did. Oh, I toggle. I flip through those, turn this on and off. Huh. Weird. I will have to figure that out. Okay. First thing that I need to fix: the placement of this fucking torch. It is really bad. Equipment point. There's got to be more to the right and down. even more to the right. Well, yeah, let's put it more to the right. I'm hoping that like aspect ratio doesn't become an issue here. It might. Okay, that's an appropriate spot, I guess. So now we need to figure out the intensity of this shit. So let's look at this actually. I don't know why I posted it. Oh, I guess it would be here. Point light, intensity 1000. I want this to be a little more intense then. Oh, it is intense. Oh, what units is this using? Lumens. That would actually have an effect. And then radius 4500. Let's do about the same. 4500, 100, 150. Oh, sorry. Is that right? Yeah. Oh, it did it again. Okay. I don't know what I did to do that. Oh, there we go. Weird. Let me see what it's doing here on the left. Oh. Oh, I'm looking at the floor. Oh, okay, that's not good. It is firing. It is firing through when I look at the floor, which means that the terrain is a... Can I change this? Oh, I wonder if it's this... Oh, it might be the road. So this can only interact with one specific type of interaction, I think. Collision type. It's looking for world static. Wait, why is it like that? It shouldn't. Because the whole point of this is that it only interacts with interactions, which is like the items, the doors, etc. It shouldn't need this. So I'll disable that for now, but I don't know why I would want that. Unless it's something I added recently. What did I work on recently? That might have been... The most recent thing that I worked on that requires an interaction is definitely the light switch. But that should be interaction based, not world static. Ugly torch. Lamau. Yeah, hold on. I'll show you what it's supposed to look like. It's supposed to look like this. Torch. Or never mind. Oh, right, you gotta tell the torch what it looks like. Or what it's supposed to do. Not know what it looks like. So I can't just place on the level. Fuck me. Oh, viewport. This will be temporary. Hello? Didn't I set you already? Yeah, torch. Why don't you look like a torch? Oh, it's just setting the visibility. Okay, I also need to do this. Fucking idiot. Set appearance, right? Yeah. I'm just trying to get it so that you can see what it's supposed to look like. Ooh. Okay. Okay, there's definitely something off there. So that Niagara is down there. Why are you down there? What is missing here? Let me close all this shit. Okay. So we take it out. It's supposed to set the... Oh, I am missing the Niagara set location. Yeah. Set relative location. That's what I'm missing. The lighting color definitely is not right. So let's look at that. Shoot, hold on. Before I do that, Niagara should be up here. 40. And then we go in here, hook it up. 40, please, for the love of God. 40. There. The fire is too small, so it should be 0.3, I think. Oh, yeah, right, it's supposed to be 0.3. Okay. Point light should also be... Same thing with the point light. Point light location. So now the origin of the light's at the top. The light intensity is way too high. See, this again is like an issue where the light is penetrating through the whole asset. I need to figure out how to prevent that. Does this have any effect on anything? Oh, it does look like it has one right there. Effects world. Hold on. A disabled light will not contribute to the scene. No, we do need that. But why does it... Whatever. It should be more red or orange, actually. Not red, orange. Basically, I just need to figure out why the light penetrates through the asset. Like, it shouldn't do that. It shouldn't look like that. Anyways. And then when I equip it, when I spawn it in and equip it, oh, actually that's better. That's what it's supposed to look like. It's not having much of an effect on the world though. Let me close this. I think it needs to be... No, I think this is fine. Or 500. This... There's got to be a way to keep the bottom part from lighting up like that. Because when you play a game and there's a torch, the torch doesn't like turn the whole... Or the light from the torch doesn't turn the whole torch into a fucking glow stick. I mean... Yeah, if we go to this, like the more darker areas, there's no lights over here. It definitely makes it easier to see. But again, the torch should not be like glowing like a fucking glow stick. I do think this needs to be higher too. The source angle. Let me do 100. Let's make that 0 and see what that looks like. Or change that as I go. I don't like that. So I wonder if that's what the soft angle is for. Source. Soft source radius. Kind of odd. And even the burning effect doesn't look good here for some reason. When you look at the actual asset, it looks great. I don't know why it looks so grainy. I'm not entirely sure. Maybe in actual build it'll look different. I will need to figure out how this is supposed to work. Again, I don't know lighting, so I need to like figure out what the hell soft source radius does. Oh, source length. Oh, ooh, okay. Now that's a lightsaber. How do I get that to be like negative? I don't think you can. The light color is still not right. There. It does need to be more red, actually. Shh, there we go. Yeah, ignore the fact that it looks like a fucking glow stick. It's not supposed to. I think it's the same issue where like the light from these posts is behind the posts as well. Oh, actually that's fixed here. Okay, so we can see it over here. See, this is open, so the light can get out, but it's somehow like right there. It's not supposed to be that far out, because that's basically going through the structure there. This is closed. The light should not be leaking out at all. That is, I think, is the same issue here, or I need to figure out how lighting works. But now the torch looks, it's doing what it's supposed to be doing. The lighting, the visual effects was for some reason was broken, and while I attached the torch to the player, this is what it's supposed to look like. So I figured that out. Although the flame itself, I need to follow. I need to have it follow the player a little bit, or the torch better, because it looks like it's flying away essentially. I might need to look at that and try to find a better flame asset pack. I just need a flame for a torch, essentially. Okay. So now I want to work on polishing this. So when I take out the torch, I don't want it to just appear on screen out of nowhere. I want it to move into the screen. Like almost like an animation, but without an animation. I was trying to get an animation for this, like a free one. We can actually look at the Fab store, see if there's anything. But I really want to avoid as many animations as possible. Oh yeah, and then we can look at the new stuff, the free stuff for today. There's some new free assets that are now available. How do I look at the free stuff? Looks like you can't in here. I'd have to open up Fab on the desktop. Here we go. So this is the most recent free content drop. Oh, we've got Assassins for free. And then a mystery cave. And this one looks pretty cool. And I could see me using this potentially. We'll see. Carpenter's Workshop Environment. This could be helpful for the black market, actually. Some of these assets. Yeah, this looks really cool. Yeah. I gotta grab these after the stream. Assassins. They look cool. Nothing I'm gonna use, but it's free. Might as well grab it. Ooh, this has some interesting flora. Oh, you know what? I did want magic mushroom looking things as a crafting ingredient you can find for the potions. Yeah, maybe there's something in here. Oh, look at that. Right there. Mushrooms. It looks like there's 3 different kinds, which would be perfect. I can use those. This might actually end up being part of this game. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Let me close this because I don't want to do it in here. Let's look for animations. And I'm going to type in, first of all, free. It's not a lot. I think I did actually install this one to see what it looked like, but I really did not want to bother. Finger poses. What does that mean? That's kind of concerning. That is very helpful. This tells me a lot. What is the point of this? Like I've said previously, Fab is like the Wild West right now. There really seems to be no quality control for anything. Especially with the inclusion of different platforms now being where all the assets are now compatible with multiple platforms, not just Unreal. What I would need is like an animation where the hand takes something out and puts it in front of the screen. Kind of like the torch in the Lone Dark. I basically need that animation, but I don't. There's videos, we can look at the videos, but I don't want to. Free. Yeah, I don't know if I want to do that. For now, I think we'll just kind of fake it. Let's see if we can even do that. So what I'm gonna do is no, we don't need that. So first, I want it to be offset to the right. I guess it's just the mesh. So set relative location. We're gonna move it to the right, off screen. This is when it's invisible still. It's still not visible on screen. To the right, so that would be X. I can never remember. So it's gonna be negative Y, I guess. So negative 250. Let's just do that. Set appearance. Activate equipment. So this will make it visible. And then we've got to run a timeline. Oh yeah, I do need to promote. So we need to call this something. The default position will be 000. Welcome, Daniel. How are you doing? I need to name this starting location. Okay. So timeline. A timeline's basically kind of like, well, a timeline. Let's do like 0.75. And we're going to be manipulating the physical location of the torch across this timeline. 0, 0.751. And we're gonna auto so it's nice and curved and smooth. Play from start. This will be for later. So update the relative location. We're gonna try to remember this from memory. F interp 2. Oh no, V for vertex. V interp 2. I don't remember if it's 2 or constant. This one, because it'll be smoothed out. Is it just the recipes you find in game, not the trader recipes to get the achievement? How many recipes does it say? Where is the toast flavor marijuana? I don't know. Wrong stream. Oh yeah, I've been meaning to check that. Hold on, let me go through these notifications. What's the poll looking like right now? Schedule 1 is winning by quite a bit now. Yikes. I believe it's just any 9 recipes, but I don't know. I haven't done that achievement yet. What am I listening to right now? So this is gonna go in here. So starting we're starting from the starting location. We want to go to the default, which is 000. Okay. This should smooth out the transition. So we're gonna set the appearance and make it visible. Take out timeline. Because we're taking the torch out. Ooh, although this might change based on the type of equipment, but we'll see. Let's see if this works. So right now it's the position is right in front of me. Nothing happened. I wonder why. Oh yeah, let me get rid of this. Delete that. I'm curious. Oh, I think it's because it's instant, right? I think it needs to be 1? Oh, I think this is supposed to go here, right? I always forget how this works. Starting location is 0, so that's why. 250 to the right. No, that's Z, my bad. Okay. Oh. Okay. That actually was more or less it, but wrong direction. Okay, there we go. Too slow, so let's update that speed. Or the duration of this. Let's make it 0.5. 0.5. And then this should be like 100. I'm gonna fine tune this. Amiku who can't sing. What? I'm gonna go get coastal fish cakes recipe and make the cougar claw knife. Amiku who can't sing. Finally, what? I'm rather confused. Okay. Still too slow. Yeah, there we go. Let's reduce the distance. We're just fine tuning this at this point. So 5. And again, aspect ratio might be an issue here where they might have a longer monitor, and so it'll look like the torch is appearing out of nowhere. We'll run into that eventually, that issue. Yeah, there we go. That looks better. So now we gotta duplicate this, but and make it reverse. Put away timeline. Excuse me. So now we're going to flip it. So we're going from the default location, which is 000, to the starting location, which is off screen. And then put away, that's gonna happen. We're gonna remove the destroy here. That's gonna be attached to finish here. When this is finished, destroy it visually. Yes. Oh, that looks so good. Look at that. I'm so happy for that. Okay. So real quick, let's go on the player and set this to flashlight. Let's work on this flashlight now. So the core basics of the equipment is all set. So this can be a one and done use equipment item like dynamite. Which honestly, now that I realize it, that doesn't even need to be included in this, because all I have to do is just, I don't plan on you holding the dynamite in your hand. You're gonna go up to something that can be blown up, like a rock or a wooden wall or something like that, and you click on it with the equipment slot selected, and it's just gonna put the dynamite there. It'll spawn it on the actual object. So, well, now that I think about it, maybe not. Maybe we won't do that. So ignoring what I just said, this could work for an equipment that's one use only, like a dynamite. It blows up and it's gone. A torch, which is constantly degrading because, you know, it's being lit on fire and there's a certain amount of burn time. A lantern, which needs to eventually be refueled, but it's reusable. Or a hatchet that wears down with each use on a pile of wood. So all of that is set. Now I need to actually set up the equipment visually so that I can hold it in front of me. And then once I get all of these 5 working, we've got torch, lantern, flashlight, dynamite, axe. Then I'm actually going to go in and for the ones that have actual actions to them, say the lantern, or no, the flashlight. Actually, no, I could, for these 3, I could just have them turn on automatically. Yeah, why not? So the flashlight will come out lit. So if you don't want the flashlight, you put the flashlight away. There, I'm hitting a toggle button. There's a button to pull out the equipment. For the axe is one of the ones where you don't hold it out in your hand. Because there's no melee, so there's no point in you seeing the axe in front of you. You just go up to a wood pile and interact with it, and it will chop the wood and give you some wood. Oh, so then when I've got these visually appearing in front of me, I can hold them. Then I'll make the actions for them. So the hatchet or the axe or whatever you'll interact with wood piles while holding an axe in your equipment slot, and that'll give you wood essentially. For dynamite's the same thing. You interact with something that can be broken, and it'll plant the dynamite and blow up. The other 3 don't have an interaction really. They don't do anything special. Well, maybe I can add an interaction for the torch and maybe just the torch. My dad's calling me. Hold on one sec. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. Just Dad asking about the dog when he needs to go to the bathroom. Okay, yeah, so maybe I'll add an interaction for the torch so you can turn on other torches if they're in the level, they're present. Or, candles. You know, whatever. Toasty, what's the first thing you do when B42 Project Zomboid comes out? I don't know, I don't think I'll be playing Project Zomboid anytime soon. I have no idea. Okay, let's try to get this flashlight working. So the flashlight is going to be a point light. Oh, no, a spotlight. Attached to this. It's got to be pointing forward on the X. That's forward on the X. Okay. So let's pull out this light again. Spotlight. So we're in lumens. This says 2,000. That might be too much. Well, 2,500. Let's leave it as white for now. I'll figure out the color later. What looks better. 20. Well, this might be different, so. I see. 25. 45. We'll do that. $250. Ah, no, then we can make that smaller. And I just don't know what this does. the soft source angle or radius. Not using temperature for this. Okay. So that will be invisible. So when we are using a flashlight, oh, so this will require match. I need to get matches. This will require battery. This will require, you know, fuel. And then this match. And then the axe, nothing. Doesn't require anything special. So the flashlight will require battery. Doesn't have condition, but has duration. So that the way I'm differentiating the two is condition is how long until it degrades, and duration is how long until it needs to be refueled. So the torch and the axe both degrade, meaning they will eventually break. Versus the lantern and the flashlight, they do not break. They have a fuel source, like a battery or actual fuel, and they will need to be refilled / recharged. You know, makes sense. So the flashlight has duration. Oh. So that's for this, right? Yes, so that... Let me close this. Flashlight technically degrades condition over time. Although I know it says condition, but it doesn't matter. Because it'll affect both, because it's... Oh. Then I will have to add that here. So we're doing duration though. Well, hold on. So lantern and flashlight are duration. Dynamite doesn't have it because it's a one use only. And I still haven't worked out like what happens when it's at 0. I haven't set that. I haven't gotten that far yet. Toasty, is it true when you're in an airplane all the food is bitter because of how high you are? No, I don't think it's bitter. I've heard elevation does affect your taste buds, but I don't know if it makes things bitter. I think it's supposed to make airplane food taste better somehow. I don't know how that works. Okay, so we can just change this to degrade over time, because that triggers this looping timer. Let's set that to 3 seconds. Okay. Has duration, degrades over time, can be equipped. So then let's do all of this for the flashlight. Flashlight, I think I have a flashlight model in here, but let me check. If not, I need to add it. Nope. Oops. Damn it. Stop! So we need to find a flashlight. I think I had one for free. Tactical flashlight. Yeah, that works. Add to project. Yeah, whatever. Okay. That's pretty handy though, being able to just download it in the engine and being able to see it right away. So tactical flashlight needs to be added to the dock. Oh, it's over here. I really should add chapters of this, so I don't have to keep scrolling so much. Tactical flashlight. Is that what it's called? Yeah. Okay. Tactical flashlight. We are not using the point light here, we're using the spotlight. We're not using a Niagara for this, so we can ignore these. Tactical flashlight. So I will need to figure out, oh, activate, that's for Niagara. Okay, let me do this. The thing I had before. Fuck, maybe I should leave it there. I think it's that. It's these two. Really, I just need this for testing. So now we've got a flashlight. Ah, feck. Sideways. Hello? I should be able to see my flashlight. Oh, this is on the HUD. Okay, ignore that. Set. What happened when I clicked it there? I did change it on the player, right? I set the second one to be flashlight. Yeah. So then I don't know what happened there. Oh, I guess I can't see it because it doesn't exist. Can't see the code firing. Did I press the right button? That's the HUD. Oh, I think it's... Ah, it's the save file, right. This is an issue. I need to delete that save file every time. Fun on a bun. Show in folder. I need to turn that off. I was testing the save system. It is working. So turn that off. Yeah, it is indeed working. That was something I set up really early on, and just wanted to make sure I can actually start saving variables and loading them. And yeah, it is working. So yeah, this is torch. Yeah, it's not working. Print. Torch. Flashlight. Oh, there it is. Why didn't it work? Okay, it's working. It's backwards though. What the fuck was that? So we need to flip that entirely. So just specifically for the flashlight, we need to reverse its direction. No. Set relative rotation. That would be on the Z, I think? So minus 180. Or 180, doesn't really matter. Yeah, 180, really. And then we'll figure out where the spotlight is. Excuse me? Now that's not working. What happened? Oh! Idiot. Make sure everything's hooked up. There we go. Yep, that's bright as fuck. Oh, that's perfect. That, oh, see? It does look like it's disappearing right at the end of the screen there. That's what I want. Look at that. Very simple. Oh, creepy. Oh, look at the Zoidbergs. I can never figure out if this is supposed to be Zoidberg or Pac-Man and some of the and one of the ghosts. But there's two Pac-Man. Has there ever been a game? Well, I think there have been some like weird spin-off games where there's like multiple Pac-Mans. I think there was one where it was kind of like Mario Party but with Pac-Man. I remember playing that one. But I don't think there's ever been a game where there's two Pac-Man, you know, moving around and chasing a ghost. But it looks like Pac-Man, two of them, and then a ghost from Pac-Man, or Zoidberg, and then the little claws. I don't know. It's hard to tell. Ooh, this is good. Maybe just a tad too bright. So let's fine-tune that. Oh yeah, and then we can do this. So spotlight needs to be here, more or less. Let's just be safe here. So, oh shoot, I didn't see what that was supposed to be. Minus 40 on the X. There we go. Yeah, there we go. Intensity, let's drop that quite a bit. 1750 or 17,500. 17,500. Oh, whoa. Oh, I think I went magnitude higher there. 1750. There we go. Oh, a match. Why is it printing that each time? Oh, it's every 3 seconds. It's telling me you need a match to light this. Yeah, that makes sense. Still maybe too much. And then I'll figure out the angle. Let's increase it actually. 35, 55. So I will need to get it so that if I have the equipment out and I switch to a different slot, it immediately does it. Much better, yeah. Yeah. This looks good. All right. Okay. I think that's good for now on the lighting stuff and the equipment. I'll keep working on the equipment, but it looks like it's all set for setting up like the visual appearance, the positioning on screen, and all that. In fact, I could probably adjust the positioning in here as well. Like, instead of having the default be 0, 0, we could do default location. For now it's 0, 0, and then I can add it in here. I could even do starting location in here as well. Yeah. I'll throw these in here to remind me that I might want to do that actually. Okay. The one other thing I wanted to do was maybe look at keys and locking the doors. So let me lock this door. I think it's already enabled. The locking feature, it should be in here. Yeah, it is locked as here. So what we need to do is add another interaction here of sorts. Okay, so basically, if you interact with the door and you don't have the key, it won't let you open it, obviously. And if you do have the key, it'll... I'm trying to think what it's gonna do. Because I do have this though. I closed it. So it's like, I think in here. No. It's somewhere around here. Ah, it's this. Door locked. Let's add a new interaction type here, or interactive object type. So now it's going to include locked door. I'm going to try to put it above these two. Locked door. I have learned that doing this can be kind of bad. But that might have been in older versions of the engine. Okay, so now it's moved up. Shoot, so now... because we have a new one here. Oh shoot, no, hold on. This goes here. Then this one goes here. This is gonna get messy eventually. So this is gonna say when it's locked door, it's gonna say unlock with key? Question mark? No, maybe not question mark. Unlock with key. It's gonna be kind of odd seeing it all in caps, but it's fine. Unlock with key. There we go. So when the door is locked, set door type. Okay. We're gonna do it from here. And there's probably gonna be many more door types that I'll have to add in the future. When the door is locked, is open. Okay, so I can edit that. Is locked. We are gonna set the door type, no, interaction type to locked door. By default, it's closed door. We want it to be locked door if it's locked. Okay. So now that this is, now that I'm gonna actually add this in, what I'll do is remove this. So if it's not moving, if the door is moving, is not moving, there we go. So we can get rid of all of this and move everything over. Because now I'm going to add an additional branch here. Is door locked? If it's not locked, we're going to go the normal path. If it is locked, then we're going to go down this path right here. Okay. So if it is locked, get player. Oh, do we not have the player? Oh, interesting. I don't think we need this, so then let's just get rid of that. What is it? Is door opened? No, yeah, I don't think we ever needed that. Let's get rid of that. I don't know if I want every door in the map to cast to the player. I can't believe I didn't add this in. Maybe at the time I didn't think I'd need it, but I do. Player, ref, first person character. I wonder what's worse, what casting on every door or what I'm about to do. Get actors, get all actors of class door, and then for each one, for each loop, not for each door. Well, it is a for each loop. Set player ref to self. Nope. Self. And we're just gonna function that. This might be less destructive. performance-wise. We'll see. Toasty, can't find the fish cake card. Look it up on the wiki. Excuse me, did you not do the thing I told you to do? Huh. Why no work? Son of a biscuit. Set door player. Set door reference. Refs. Okay, there's something going on here. I think this is a bug. Yeah. Let me fix it. This bug can be fixed by just doing that. I don't know what's up with this fucking stupid. Excuse me. Whoops. What is going on? Why can't I paste it? Jesus H. Christ. Oh my god, this is, it's literally falling apart at the seams. I want to die. I want to die in game. I can't delete anything. Fucking hell. Holy shit. Okay. Set door ref. So now every door will have a player reference. So it'll get the player reference when the player interacts with them with the door. If the door is locked, get the item data data table. We're gonna data get data fucking Christ. Get data table row. Oh no, hold on. So there's two ways I can do the keys. There can be one generic key item that all I have to do is just change the name or the tag, and that tag is associated to the door. So this also needs a tag. Door tag. And that'll it has to match the key, the tag on the key, essentially. I guess that needs to be edited and exposed. So I can find key. It's just a generic key, and it has break. It has contains this key or this tag. It contains that, and if it does, that means that's the correct key. So then unlock it. So we're unlocking it and opening the door so we can do this. Just go down there. If not, then it won't do anything. I will clean this up, obviously. I can do that, or have separate key entries. So that means every locked door in the game will have to have its own key item entry. I don't know if I want to do that. That sounds insane. Basically, it would need a specific name. Can I input that into here? Oh, I can. Thing is, this isn't getting from the player inventory. I need to get it from here. Oh, I guess I could do this. I realize I do need to use both the name. I need to use this older one and the new one, because this one contains the names, this contains the data. I need to keep track of both, because now, for the data, I'm keeping track of condition. And also item stacks and item stack limit. Which this can change. I need to be able to keep track of that. So now I need to keep track of the actual data as well, not just the item names that are in the inventory. So I might need to redo the inventory. So I need to grab it from the player inventory. Item data. I think this one will work. Find. So doing it this way, basically I would do that. Find the... This way it would actually pull it from the inventory and ask, does this specific item exist? And that's the door tag. So it's going to find the key item of that type. If so, shit, so this would actually be contains. True. If so, grab that tag. Oh, then I guess I don't need any of this. I can bypass all of that. We don't need to access that. We just need to access the player inventory. Find the correct... Yeah, it might be easier that way. As much as I don't want to. I think I have to. So we need to go in and... Is that in here? Items, yeah. Universal. And add... let me go ahead and add the ones that I know for sure we're going to be able to find. So we're going to be able to find wood axe eventually. Wood axe is not a valid row. Oh, it needs to be no space. Wood axe. Are we able to find dynamite? Probably not. No lanterns, no flashlights. You gotta find. You gotta buy those. Yeah, you gotta buy those. I think that's fair. And then, of course, the battery and their fuel. These two you can craft, and they do degrade. Dynamite you have to craft as well. Okay, so we just need to add that. Oh. I need to add them anyways. Because if you wanted to, you can drop them. And then you need to be able to pick them up. Is that how you spell lantern? I don't know why, I can't remember. I think it's on here, right? Nope. This is probably wrong, but who knows? Lantern. I think that's right? Right. Oh, what's the order of that? Let me put it in order so I don't lose my mind. Let me remove this entry. Hopefully this doesn't break anything. That's the wrong thing. Lantern, flashlight, dynamite, wood axe. Dynamite, wood axe, key. So what I'll do is I'll name it Village Key 1. Or Door 1. Even better. Well, no, we'll name it Keep 1. Keep 1. Okay. And then it needs that same name in the tags. So it needs an item tag. Village Key 1. And this needs to be a key item. Oh. I'll need to add that. Items. Item type. Key. A literal key. Which won't be able to drop. Because it's a key. That dictates that it cannot be dropped. I'll edit it later. We just want the key item here. I'm gonna just straight up drop it right here on this pallet. Hold on. Key, village, key 1. This has to be very specific. Right, it doesn't have a model. Okay, ignore it. Ignore it. Yeah, that's the key for now. Why is this broken? Oh. Refresh. I don't know what broke there, but okay. Oops. No. Undo that. Split it. This is really annoying. Every time I edit that, edit the item data table, it breaks this connection. Because it's got to like refresh everything. So annoying. So every time I add something new, I have to refresh that. Okay, drop that. That should be good. So we're finding an item with the correct tag. So this door is now locked. What in the fuck am I listening to? Village. Oh, we'll call it Village Kiosk 1. That's the name of that. village key 1, and the tag is kiosk 1. There. For now, print. This door is locked for now. Seriously, what the fuck am I listening to? This should work. Is door locked? Yes. That's the key we're looking for. Alright. Ignore the fact that there's a stupid block there. Okay. Unlock with key. Yep. It won't open. Frame rate! It won't open because I don't have the key. I'll definitely... Oh, it's not printing anything. Huh. Is it because I added something new here? It should be printing something. What is this song called? Waluigi Pinball / Wario Stadium from Mario Kart DS. Wow. Okay. This is quite the song. Oh, it's about to end. Let's play it again. Hold on. This is a good song. That was a good song. I like this song. That's wild. What door is this? Kiosk door 1. Oops. Why is that not doing anything? Okay, well, there's clearly something wrong here on the player. Now I gotta watch it fire everything. Fun. It's gonna be here. Oh, no, it'll be up here. Here. Okay, that's working. Door. Oh. Okay, here's the issue. It doesn't get past this, which is odd. This should have... Oh, I might have added that recently. I haven't... No, I feel like I've toggled... Yeah, door, see? Oh, I wonder if that's where this was coming in handy. Is that it? No, that's not it. Okay, we can remove that. I think it needs to be not on here. It needs to be on the collisions. That's what's going on. Because this is the actual part we're colliding with, or interacting with. So it's looking for... Hopefully that works. No, I think it's got to be Component tags. Tag. Component tag. Tag. Oh, get tags. No, that's shoot. This won't work then. I can't select a specific component because the tag might be on something different. Yeah, it's not working. Well, dynamic. Can I open other doors? No. This is fully broken. This was working before, like literally the other day. It's not what I deleted there because that was disconnected. That had been disconnected. It's the tag, unfortunately. This is where it was before. I don't know why it's not working anymore. The thing is, collision. This doesn't have a collision, so the next thing that would be the mesh. The mesh doesn't have collision with the interaction capsule. If I'm not mistaken. No. The mesh is world dynamic. This is also world dynamic, but it ignores world dynamics. Was it set to that, maybe? Oh, there we go. Then what the fuck was happening when I was like aiming at the floor? I was like, I pulled the torch out and then I was looking at the floor and it was like freaking out. Huh. Maybe this got toggled somehow. Maybe this switched to that. I don't know how that would happen. But we should no longer be interacting with the floor. Let me double check. Just to be sure. Yeah, it does not hit it at all. It's not because of the flashlight. Good. Okay. There, now that works. So if I go over here, that opens. So it's working now. It was that for some odd reason. So we know that's working. Okay. Won't open. Grab the key. Perfect. Why did that open towards me? Oh, I think I know why. Let's just go to here first. I should be overlapping this door, so let me check. Regardless if it's locked or not. Right, it's the whole, like, I'm interacting with both situation. Let's make sure I'm not. There we go. Okay. Oh, it might have been because I was, like, approaching the door at an angle. I might have done that, which is kind of annoying. I don't know how to fix that. There we go. Not a huge issue, I guess. Yeah, and that properly kept it unlocked. Okay. Now here's an issue. Now, say you do unlock this specific door and then come back in a different run. Do I make it so that the door is saved unlocked always, or do I force you to keep the key on in your inventory? It'll weigh nothing. You can't drop it. It's a special item you have to hold on to. That door will be locked every time. It doesn't make a huge difference, but for continuity's sake, saving that door being saved, saving that door to be unlocked would be more preferable, but that is rather difficult. That is a problem. So then I would have to go into the game instance and not only save player data, but also save world data, and that's much more difficult. Not a huge issue. We could try that out maybe next time, or maybe I could do it off stream. Alright, that is the end of the stream. This was a very productive stream. Look at the level. Look at this. Look, let me pull up the thumbnail for today so you can see the difference. This is the thumbnail for today. Look at the difference. Let me hide the HUD. Look at that. That is like a completely different game. Ignore like the weird pixelation. I don't know what that is, but this is crazy. This is the rough position I was in. Oh my goodness. I'm so happy with myself. This was a very productive stream. Thank you all so much for joining in and watching me make a game live. I appreciate it. Next stream for this will be on Wednesday. Still can't find the recipe card. Weird. Are you sure you don't have it already? Check your inventory. Anyways, that'll be it for today's stream. Tomorrow I will be streaming Fallout 76 just to hopefully get a good chunk of it done. Hope for the finale, which will maybe be Friday, the day after, I guess. I really wanted to finish. I want to finish it this week, but I will have to speed through it as quickly as possible. So join me for that if you're interested in that. If not, you can come by on Saturday for the Long Dark. Oh, I never posted the stream schedule for this week. I'll post that tomorrow. I kind of forgot. So yeah, for, the Long Dark on Saturday, and then Sunday will be either Ranch Simulator or Schedule 1. Let me see what the poll is at right now. So if you want to vote in that, please do. I'll share it here in the chat. And that hopefully will be there for people that watch the VOD later if they want to watch it. There you go. Vote for either Ranch Simulator or Schedule 1. Schedule 1's winning. But you guys can still make a difference. I'm going to lock it in on Saturday in the morning. so that I can make the announcement that that's what I'm playing. And basically, whichever of these games wins, I'm going to add it to my casual Sunday rotation. So it's every other Sunday will be either Supermarket Simulator, which is currently in rotation, or either Slime Ranch or Ranch Simulator. I almost said Slime Rancher too. I took that out of rotation. It'll be either Supermarket Simulator or Ranch Simulator or fuck my life, the wording. It'll be Supermarket Simulator 1 week, and then the next week is either Ranch Simulator or Schedule 1. That's all dependent on how people vote. Okay. And yeah, hopefully this will be the last week of Fallout 76. We'll see. That's it for the stream. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you tomorrow, hopefully. If not, if you're only interested in the game dev stuff, which is totally fine, next Wednesday. Good night, everyone. Bye. Oh, and leave a like, please.